Hey dorks, it's kenNERDdy here, and yes, you are watching my very first YouTube video. I am so freaking excited. I've been wanting to do this, as most of you know, for years, but anxiety, depression, they kind of weigh me down sometimes, but I'm here. I forced myself to do this because I've been seeing some really great creators put out really awesome YouTube videos, and it is making me want to do it. So I wanted to start with just a very simple, very basic introduction video, just because I feel like this will help me get the wheels turning and get started and get in a flow. Much like my blog, kenNERDdy, I will be posting once a week on YouTube. Hopefully more within the year, but I'm going to be realistic and say once a week. For anyone that doesn't know, hi, I'm kenNERDdy. I run the website kenNERDdy.com. I've had that website for about 5 years almost. I always say taking it more seriously, but I feel like that's a bad term, but I've been more dedicated to it in the past 2.5 to 3 years, meaning I post every week. Before that time frame, I was posting like once a month or whenever the heck I wanted to, but I have a schedule of once a week that I follow very religiously. So yeah, what is that blog? That's probably what you're wondering. It's a lifestyle blog, aka an easy cop-out to do whatever I want without worrying about like a certain brand or market I have to stick to. If you're watching this, you probably just like me, as conceited as that sounds, but I have so many interests I can't just like confine myself to one thing on my blog. But in my blog, I can break it down pretty easily into the sections that it's in. There's DIY, so just like little craft projects that I have done. I love crafting. Basic white girl here. Let's see, there's also music and gaming reviews. I love video games and music, so I review that kind of stuff. I also give advice. I, much like most of us, have been through some pretty dark times. I can't believe what I've survived personally. I have only started living my actual life, which that's very hard to elaborate on, so that's going to be another video, but just take my word for it. I've only started living my life probably in the last 2.5, 3 years, maybe 3. I'm bad at time frames, but you know, not very long without having to deal with being in survival mode or being in an abusive relationship or something like that, or just a bad situation with my health and stuff too. That's a whole other video. So yeah, my life has finally settled down, and I love just, I don't know, talking about the experiences I've been through. I felt with my blog posts that I've done so far in the advice section, I've gotten so much feedback from just people I don't know that thank me for sharing my story with whatever I don't want to say theme, whatever the concept is, you know, offering advice on dealing with depression, anxiety, suicide, rape, very serious things that most people get uncomfortable talking about or asking for help with for it, or, you know, going to a therapist. Most of us get scared, including myself, of thinking of going to a therapist. So I don't want to say I'm anything like a therapist, but I feel like it's a little bit of an outlet where you can get some type of connection to someone that's been through some crap and you can relate to and see how I've learned to move on from it and like live my life. So it's a good compromise if you're not ready to see a therapist yet, and I think that's the best way I can word that. And then finally, moving on from all that, my favorite thing that I do on my blog would be my interviews. I interview people that inspire me, and that can range from musicians to tattoo artists to chefs to photographers to, and I'm naming all artsy kind of careers, but I love just, if I connect with someone or someone connects with me, if I see their work, like I have to interview them. So interviews are a big thing. That's also one of the bigger reasons why I really wanted to get serious about starting my YouTube channel, is because my biggest feedback is the rest of my blog is actually fine as far as just being text, but so many of my followers want to see my interviews in person. They want to hear the tones that are being used with answers and like the pauses, and it just helps with, you know, humor that comes through too. So I'm excited to start that. I'm also very nervous. Much like everyone else, I hate the sound of my voice. I don't want to hear it. That's why I just did the text transcript on my website, and that's that. But life is about taking chances and doing things that make you uncomfortable, so that's what I'm doing. And that is pretty much the gist of my blog. It's all tied together with my love of just being a huge dork. I'm a huge, huge, huge dork. And I try to live the most positive life I can. I'm very sarcastic, so I kind of do it in my own way. But I surround myself with just things that make me happy, aka video games, music, art, very small group of people that make me happy. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So let's move on. This is an introduction video, so now that you know about the channel, you got to know about me. My favorite color is purple. You guessed it. My favorite color is purple. It's been purple since I can remember. Purple, just anything purple, doesn't matter the shade, it makes me incredibly happy, and I wish I could have purple eyes and like dyed purple lips. I just wish I could be purple all the time. I always have my nails done. I don't know how this is going to focus. I don't have a viewfinder, but I always have my nails done. I take great pride in having my nails done along with my hair. I used to never be like that too, by the way. I realized that taking care of yourself on the outside makes you feel good on the inside, and that sounds so cheesy, but it's true. If I know that I have as little flaws as I can control, it makes me more confident, so you can't get mad at me for that. Let's see, what else about me? I have really crooked teeth. Don't want to hear that comment. I have a long story why I have crooked teeth. That's a sad story. It'll bring down the vibe a little bit, so I'm not gonna spoil this intro with that, but I have my days that I take such great pride in having like messed up teeth. And then I have my sad days, you know, where I'm like, oh, I really need to get braces because I feel like a straight smile would make me happier, but I don't know what to do yet. It's a big thing, you know, I've had crooked teeth forever, but I know I have them. We don't need to comment on them, sweetie. Let's see, what else about me is interesting? Let's talk about music. Everyone likes music, right? I love all sorts of music. In Philadelphia though, growing up, I thought I was this like music connoisseur, and I knew everything about like every music out there, which I knew some like abnormal things, but I didn't realize how small-minded I was with music until moving to California. On that same note, bear with me, my favorite band is Red Hot Chili Peppers. I have a tattoo for them. I love them. I have no shame about it, but I get made fun of all the time for it because, you know, they're kind of a basic band as far as just being on the top 40, which I think is cool. Isn't that the goal of like being an artist? I don't know. And then, you know, most of their singles are just like ba-da-ba-ba, California, and I get that those can be annoying for people that grew up here, but I did not grow up here. I grew up in the opposite of California, and they got me through some really tough times, and they always will, and I love them so much, and I'm going to interview them one day, so you have my word on that. But yeah, I like everything from metal to R&B to rock to pop to anything. The only thing I do not like is country music. That probably is easier to say than listing all the genres of music I like. I don't like country music. The only country music I do like is Toby Keith, and that's only because I had a big crush on him growing up, so I just listened to his music. So yeah. Let's see, what else? What's things people talk about? Oh, food. People love food, right? We all like to eat. And if you don't like to eat, please talk to me. I have been there and I can help you out. But I love to eat. I'm trying to keep this not like too deep here. I do love to eat. I love Thai food. I love anything spicy. The spicier the better. If my organs are not shutting down, it's not spicy enough. And I also love Italian food. Those are like my top two. I love video games. As I mentioned, a lot of my blog is about like gaming and stuff. I think I might start doing like live streams of playing games, but my favorite games like overall are Kingdom Hearts. That's like my religion in life. Spyro and Crash. I recently started my gamer sleeve and we started with Crash. It's really hard to show on camera. Any Nintendo game, any kind of classic Nintendo game like Mario, Kirby, like whatever. Any of those. I love games like The Last of Us, you know, like I love adventure games. And then I really love Cuphead. That's what I'm currently playing on my computer. And then, yeah, I really love Nancy Drew games too. I love the books as well, but Nancy Drew is a huge part of my life. I have a tattoo of her right here. This is like a tattoo showing, but anyway, I have Nancy Drew right here, and it's a little embarrassing because people will be like, oh, is that your mom? And they're like, oh, it must be someone really special to you, like your mom, right? And I always feel pretty awful having to break it to them, like, no, it's Nancy Drew, that girl detective for kids books from the 1930s. And people, almost everyone is just like, oh, like, why do you have that? But I love Nancy Drew. I always think, like, what would Nancy Drew do? And I just think she's such a good role model for anyone. That's that on that. Movies. That's a thing too. People talk about that when they're breaking the ice. In case you can't tell, I'm really nervous and I'm trying to like force myself to move to like become more loose. But movies. My favorite movie of all time is probably Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp. I love Sweeney Todd. I also love Disney movies. Pretty much any Disney movie I love. As I mentioned earlier, like my blog is kind of tied together with staying positive and living as much of a positive life as you can, and what is more positive than Disney? That's why I'm at Disneyland whenever I'm not working or like doing something. Like I love Disney. It makes me happy, and anything that can make me feel happy and just be magical, I need to be with and be in and be a part of. My favorite Disney movies are Peter Pan and The Little Mermaid. And Coco might be one of my top Disney movies too. I know it's really, like, it just came out, but like Coco? Oh, I cried 6,000 million times, tears streaming down my face. Like, I also saw it though. Here's an unpopular opinion that'll get those comments stirring. I hate Frozen. I hate the movie Frozen. I hate the movie Frozen. I love the themes that it's going for. Don't get me wrong. I love the girl power. I love that girls don't need men to like be a princess or whatever. I hate Frozen. I feel like it was half done. I don't think it was well written. Like that's another video. But so, can you imagine my anger when I had to sit there for almost 30 minutes to watch a Frozen short? And yeah, I got my ticket because I didn't know about this short. I just didn't know about it for whatever reason, and I got my ticket with my boyfriend, and I heard the ticket ripper, she was like, the movie's to the left and there's a 30-minute Frozen, and like it kind of cut off, like she kind of cut off, and I was just like, what does she mean there's something with Frozen? Like I was just so confused, and then as soon as the short played I was like, oh, there's a short, okay. And I get what they were doing, like, you know, the tradition of family, tradition in Coco. I understand, but I hated it because I don't like Frozen. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, I love Disney. Disney. I'm a Disney girl. Let's see. I hate avocados. You know, I get shunned here in California for hating avocados. Shunned. People, like, defriend me for that. No, they defriend me for other reasons, but yeah, like people don't understand it, and it's just the texture. I do not like the texture. It's not even really about the taste. It's just that like slimy texture. I'm that person that goes to restaurants and tells them that I am allergic to avocado, so it's not even touching my food, because if I accidentally get avocado, I will scrape that crap off, and I still can't even eat it, like, because I know that it was there. I'm a diva. I also hate gummy candy. Anything with like a kind of gummy consistency, it just makes me feel like I'm eating a bug. And I know that sounds like something a 5-year-old would say, but like, can you not tell I'm pretty much 5 years old? Let's see. What else do people converse about? You know, I'm trying to break the ice with y'all. I've worn a watch on this wrist since I was 6. I always have had a watch. I've recently adulted and upgraded to an Apple Watch, and I effing love it. It's awesome. I think I'm like wrapping up here. I don't really know what else to say about myself. Obviously I like tattoos. I like piercings. I work 7 jobs. I help out at a tattoo shop. I work at normal desk job as an assistant Monday through Friday, and then I'm a virtual assistant for like 6 other people. And my ultimate goal is to work full-time at home within the next year and dump the desk job. So hopefully that works out. I am the kind of person that does not do well with the desk job. I don't even want to get into it, but I like working at home. I like working at the comfort from my home. I'm very disciplined, so I'm not very, it wouldn't be a problem for me to be disciplined at home. But yeah, I'm a Sagittarius. My birthday is in 2 days. I'm going to be 26. I think being a Sagittarius means I have a good intuition and I'm artsy. Someone let me know. I don't know too much about the zodiac. I think it's very interesting, but I don't know anything about it. I just know that it looks like I'm about to dab, but I was gonna say I just know it's the horse person with like an arrow. I did not do the arrow right, did I? What am I even doing? You know what I'm trying to say though. And then the only other kind of thing, if you're into personality stuff, you know, my major in college is applied behavioral sciences, so I love psychology and knowing how people's brains work and why it works that way. My personality type is INTJ, and I could go on about what that means, but there are 16 different like character traits. You can look this up, take the quiz on like what kind you are. But I am the most rare personality trait, and I am only in the 2% of women that have INTJ personality. It pretty much means that I'm a genius or I'm a psycho that's gonna kill everyone. So take your guess on which one I'm going to be. And yeah, that's pretty much it, everyone. I don't really know what else to talk about on here. Stay tuned. Like I said, I'm gonna be posting weekly on here. I'm probably gonna start with an advice video. The interviews are going to take a little bit just to kind of figure out how to do that. I'm going to have to get some microphones and stuff. But yeah, I'm super stoked that I did this. Give me a pat on the back for standing in front of this camera and doing it. Thank you so much for watching too. You know the dealio. Like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, tell the world, subscribe again, don't unsubscribe, do it all, support me. I support y'all. I'm so excited to get to know you all more and for you to get to know me more. And until next time, stay nerdy.